him from the yard.
This is Down the Diecast Pirate, and today I have for you a King Kuda in desperate need of attention. Let's get it up on the turntable and take a look at it. So as you can see, the rear axle is gone. The front axle is all screwed up. The paint's chipped and worn. Gone in a lot of places. The shine's gone out of this one. Has a white interior, that's a good thing. Glass is cracked. We'll have to see what we can do about that. Let's get it taken apart. Take a look at what we have. Alright, let's see if we can pop this sucker apart or if I have to drill it some more. Well, the back felt like it separated, I think, or maybe it was the front, one or the other. There's the front. Back looks like it's almost ready to go. Maybe we'll get this sucker in this way a little bit. Maybe not. I don't want to pry on it too much. Let's drill it a little more. There we go. All right. So somebody removed the rear axle from it, and they bent this front axle all up trying to get it out of there. And what I would like to try to do is see if we can salvage this original axle, because these bearings are still good. So there's the base. That'll polish up and clean up just fine. Here's the glass. Now, this one does have a huge crack right there in the front, so we won't be using that. Okay, and I posted a question on Instagram and Facebook about the glass in the King Kudas, if it was the same as the custom Barracudas, and it's not exactly, and I can see now why. So your custom Barracudas don't have these two tabs on the back, so, and they're not exactly the same. Other than that, they're the same. So what we'll do is I have some replacement glass for the custom Barracuda, and we'll use one of those in this car. So I'm not sure that they sell replacement glass for the King Kuda, but that's okay. So we'll set that aside. Get this engine drilled off of here, get these posts drilled and tapped and all that. But while I have the camera here, let's see if I can do this. So here's an original axle from another build, so we can kind of look at it. Okay. Yeah, they really did a number on this, didn't they, huh? Okay. Okay. That's looking very close to what it needs to be. Alright, I'm not going to try to put that in right now because I will just be taking it back out and then putting it back in again later. So with that being said, this is for another build, so we're not going to use that one. Just take a look here. I believe, yeah. So SC Redline, second chance Redlines to the rescue. Alright. These are in, I believe these are under their junk parts. And these are, in fact, reproduction axles for these Redlines. So, there you have it. So I believe one of these will get used in the back. We'll most likely put this one that I just straightened back out back in the front because that's where it came out of. So I'll get these drilled and tapped, stripped, everything cleaned up, and we'll come back for the next step. Alright, so here we are. Stripped it, did go ahead and put it through the lime wheel water, the base and the body, just for a little bit. They just didn't need a whole lot, and I put the motor through there as well, so you can tell that's looking a lot lighter. If maybe. I can anyway. So let's go ahead and give this a good buffing. Good light buffing, everything, and then we'll come back and do the polish. Alright, so we'll come back. We're ready to get all that polished up. I'm going to be using the Flitz polish on this. If you don't have some of this, you should get some. A lot of guys use it. I highly recommend it. And you can find it online or on Amazon or at flitz.com. So if you don't have some of this, get some and try it out. You guarantee use this stuff and you will get a great shine. So give it a shot. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get some of this on here and I'll buff it all out and everything, polish it up, and then we'll come back and take a look at what the results. Alright, so here we are. We're all done polishing this stuff up. Let's wipe it off, see what we get. This base came out spectacular. I am really, really happy with this one. Just look at that. That is, you can't get better than that. Just not without plating and stuff. Speaking of plating, you probably hear that sound. I am doing zinc plating on a car for the first time. So we'll see that in a future video. And I don't know exactly when that one will be released. But, and here we have the body. And it's just, I couldn't ask for better. I mean, with all the pitting this car had and the missing paint and everything, and that's usually where it tones first, is where the paint's gone. Sometimes you get toning under the paint too, but for the most part, some of the cars I've seen, if the paint's good and solid, then it's the spots where the paint's gone is where the Zamax gets damaged. The Zamac. So, alright, so we'll get that out to the sink. And let's wipe off this motor too. I think, unless I did already. I don't remember. Maybe I did. So we'll get these out to the sink, get them cleaned up, degreased, everything, get ready for paint, and we'll be back for the next step. So I decided to go with the Redline Shop Copper again on this one, but this time I reduced it with the reducer from the Redline Shop, so we're going to see how this comes out. Okay, so we're back. And got the paint on this car. Let me see, I have a copper car here. This is really the color that I want to try to achieve on these, and I may try copper plating on something sometime. This is a car that I'm not going to restore, even though the glass is all scratched up. It's too good the way it is. So that being said, I'm going to enjoy having this one in my collection. And then it's always nice to look up and see it. So, alright. Talk about a couple of things, and I'm going to do some stuff on camera, and then I'm going to do some stuff off camera. So, we have the Renaissance wax to put on the base to protect the shine. I have detailed the grille with the flat black Tamiya and the tail light with the red Sharpie. And we're also going to put the Renaissance wax on the engine to protect the shine on that. We'll put this original bent bearing axle back in the front and put the reproduction bent bearing axle in the rear. We'll do that on camera and also put the wheels on. And then we have the alignment tool from the Redline shop to put the wheels on. The glass, as I said, is cracked. I do have the reproduction glass we're going to put in this car with one caveat. We are going to be pulling this glass back out of this car to complete another restoration that will be released at another date, but I need to get the car done sooner. That being said, I only had the one glass to work with, so I'm going to complete this video, put this original glass back in the car until I get a replacement for it, and then this is going to go into another restoration. I do have them ordered, I only had the one on hand, so normally I like to have glass on hand before I start a restoration. In this case, the other car, the video doesn't have to be out as soon, but I do need to get that car sent out. Okay, I am also going to be putting the stripe on the back of the car. I have to look up and see which direction it goes, and I'm going to be putting some numbers on the side. I'm not sure what number. I haven't really made a decision yet on that. Thinking about going with number 8, but we'll see. That being said, let's go ahead and get these axles in if I can. And hopefully these go in without too much trouble. Well, that side was almost too easy. I shouldn't say that. That's the first time I've ever put one side of one of these in and I didn't have to use a tool to push it into place. Alright. So you remember how bad this axle was at the beginning, and we'll see that before I put it on the turntable for the final, you know how I showed the car in its original state before going to the restored state. I'm having problems with it's not staying underneath the tabs on there, so I need to get a tool out for that. Try a couple of different things here. I want to try to squeeze this together with my Leatherman before I do something else, because I think it's going to need a little more persuasion. Alright, I think that's going to stay in now. So we'll call that one good. Now this back one, I have no idea how this one's going to go because I've never put in one of these reproductions before. But we shall see. Okay. And these, the wire on these is, I think it is thicker than the original, so there's more stiffness to them. Every time I go to I think we ought to start with the bent side, maybe. I'm having a feeling that this may be one of those things that I have to do off camera because it's just going to be kind of difficult. If I can get one side to go under. Okay. Now there's one. Almost need 3 hands for this. Okay. Alright, that is in. That is in. It's definitely more tedious and difficult than going with the original axles back in, but it is doable. It just takes a little more time. So, alright. Let's go ahead and get these protected with the Renaissance wax. I do have to be somewhat careful of the paint and the marker that I put on the taillight because this stuff will remove that. So just kind of go around. I don't know, I think I got too much there, so we'll take what's left and put on the motor here. Okay. I like to do this before I put the wheels on because then I'm not fighting the wheels. Trying not to get the wax on the wheels, you know what I mean? So, alright. There's that. Now, this motor, on the other hand, I'm trying to wipe that with that towel, and you're not going to get on all those crevices, so that's where one of these mini Q-tips comes in handy. Okay, you just run this right in to everything, making sure if I don't fling it away that we're getting the wax on every part of the motor and also getting the excess off. Alright, so there's that. Let's go ahead and get these wheels put on. And I figured out by trial and error that if I put it in this way, it causes issues when I'm trying to push the wheels on. So I go in this way and hold it against the base, so when I push the wheel on, this stays in place. Got mediums in the front, large in the rear. Don't want to mess that up, huh? I do have a custom Dodge Charger that somebody put a large wheel on the front of. It looks a little odd. Alright. Looks like that back axle wants to pop out of place, so they need to address that. So yeah, right there. I'll keep looking at the camera here, make sure I'm staying in frame. Let's see how it rolls. And it really turns left, and I think it has to do with this front wheel here. So we'll try to it turns to the left going backwards. And again, this passenger side rear wheel, the axle keeps popping up. I have an idea. See if that helps. Now it's almost running straight in both directions. I'm good with that. Alright, I'm going to get the rest of this stuff done off camera, and then we'll come back for the reveal. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to present to you my King Kuda in Spectra Flame Copper, and this axle still causing problems back there. I think I got it now. Let's get it up on the turntable and take a look at it. So as you can see, the rear axle is gone. The front axle is all screwed up. The paint's chipped and worn, gone in a lot of places. The shine's gone out of this one. Has a white interior, that's a good thing. Glass is cracked. We'll have to see what we can do about that. Let's get it taken apart. Take a look at what we have. Alright, so here we go. Got it in that beautiful copper paint now from the Redline shop. I reduced it this time. This window is not quite fitting right in this car. Hopefully the other replacement that I get will fit correctly. I know in the custom Barracuda that I'm going to put it into, it sits up on top of the ledge, so that'll hold it up in place in that car. And we went ahead and put that sticker from eBay that I bought a long time ago on the back of here, and we have the number 9s on the side. I thought about using the number 8s, but one of those was damaged by water or something getting on it, so like, you know, we'll go with number 9. So here we have it, number 5 in the spoiler series for me. I hope you guys like it. I think it's a thing of beauty. I think it'll be much better once we get a window that sits up in there. Maybe eventually. I noticed that Second Chance Redlines does sell windows for these, but he didn't have any in stock. So, like, maybe I can get a couple of those sometime. Because I do have another one of these that has a cracked glass. But we'll see. You know, if I ever do replace it, I probably won't show it on camera. I might show it on Instagram, but not on YouTube. So, alright guys, Diecast International Builders, January's four-door muscle car. That's coming up here pretty quick on the 5th. And then next in February is the Rat Rods on February 5th. And we have the Love Boat build on the 14th of Valentine's Day. In March is Mercedes, and April is autism awareness. So we'd appreciate you guys joining us for those. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Leave a comment down below. Click that like button and ring the bell for notifications. As always, this is Don, the Diecast Pirate. I'll see you next time. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to present to you my King Kuda. And why is... They're still having problems with that back passenger wheel. Alright. Alright, so as you can see, the rear axle is gone. Get out of here, cat!